The Eastern Cape, the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro is expected to sit again today for its first council meeting. The meeting was postponed on Friday following a letter from Cooperative Governance MEC Xolile Nqatha. Let's take you live now to our reporter Sipha Kema, who joins us from Feather Market in Gqeberha. Sipha, this stop and start of council meetings in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, it's fast becoming the norm. What can we expect today?
Well, that is true, Michelle. I mean, not just with the first, or what was supposed to be the first council meeting, but towards the end of the 2016 and 2021 term, we saw a lot of issues when it came to council meetings. Meetings could not sit, meetings were cancelled, meetings were disrupted, and that was the case as well with the first council meeting in the Nelson Mandela Bay. There was a cancellation, of course, as you mentioned, by the MEC of Gqeberha, Xolile Nqatha, saying that it would be unlawful for the council to sit last week, stating rather, Michelle, saying that the position of the acting city manager was unlawful, and for him also to call that meeting as his contract had expired. But of course, the city manager says that is not the case. He is still lawfully the acting city manager up until another city manager in the Nelson Mandela Bay is appointed. We do have Nqatha with us, who is the acting city manager, and of course the man in question here, Mr. Nqatha. I mean, we went over and over, I mean, last week about whether or not your position was lawful indeed, and I guess you still maintain that fact.
Yeah, good morning. Like I've said, I had consulted, the legal firm just to check the standing and what has been raised by the MEC, and the legal advice was quite clear that there is nothing unlawful in me calling the meeting and me being an acting city manager up until the next council sits. And of course, in governance, you can't have a vacuum. There's absolutely no way that because there was council not sitting that I would not continue with the work that I was supposed to be doing. So legally and otherwise, it's quite clear that there's nothing unlawful. However, as I've indicated, I had decided in the spirit of, intergovernmental relations to work together with Gqeberha. And as I've indicated again, it was a matter of time up until another council meeting is called, which is today. And everything, I'm hoping that will go out well.
Now, today, was that the date that was agreed upon with Gqeberha, or is that the date that came straight from you?
Like I've said last week already, on the day or when I called the council meeting, we have agreed on the date and how we'll proceed today. So we had agreed on this date last week already.
All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Gqeberha.
That
is Nqatha, the acting city manager, that is in question, of course, his position that is, or was rather, it seems as though everything is on track now, Michelle. Now also, Michelle, we saw the MEC of Gqeberha actually earlier on. That was yesterday. So this might be an indication that he could be present at this council meeting and sitting here together with the councils. Of course, today we are expecting a new council to be elected, but also councillors to be sworn in at the Feather Market today, should everything go according to plan. Now, last week, Michelle, just at that council meeting, the ANC had not revealed its mayoral candidate within the Nelson Mandela Bay, but after the NEC meeting, as well as the extended provincial executive committee meeting within the ANC, they have come out with a mayoral candidate in the Nelson Mandela Bay, amongst other metros and municipalities as well. And in the Nelson Mandela Bay, they're looking at a lady called Eugene Johnson. Now, of course, they also stated exactly why they rather went with her and why she was successful in the interviews as well. But it seems as though there are some questions and discrepancies that are coming up as well shortly after her announcement, but those are still things we need to verify, of course. But Michelle, we will come back to you and give you more news from the Nelson Mandela Bay Council meeting. For now, it's back to you in studio.
Sipha Kema, thanks very much indeed for that update.